Hello everyone, today is November 16, 2020. I hope you enjoyed that last video that I uploaded regarding that situation with the police officer in somewhere in England. I wanted to share that video because sometime in the future I'm going to be talking about my understanding of common law and what it's about, and about the unlawful conversion that took place with our birth certificate. That is a very good example of how you deal with the police in a very honorable, polite manner. You see? And I know a lot of people are not going to agree with what I'm about to say, but I think we need to become friends with the police. Think about it. These elites who are oppressing us right now, and they are, these service corporations, they're not governments. Governments was created to protect the rights of us, we the people, and they are not doing that. They are terrorizing us. They are making us afraid. So the original point of government has been totally destroyed now. And these people, we have to get them on our side, because that unlawful conversion that took place with the birth certificates, it also happened to them. It doesn't matter whether they put a costume on, i.e. their uniforms. It doesn't matter if they put on that costume and come knocking on your door or stop you in your car on the street. They are men and women like us, right? But they were hired by these service corporations to do their dirty work. So where is the crime? So imagine somebody would haul you off into the prison for not wearing a mask, or haul you off for not wanting to get vaccination. Think about that. This is a trespass. This is an assault on your sovereignty, on your body, which no one has the right to invade. But we are getting to the point where they might do that, and many of us might just sit back and say, well, it's because of the virus. So we have to get them on our side. And I know this sounds strange and controversial because we were brainwashed, we were mind controlled, we were made to be afraid of the police, and not only afraid but hate the police. But we need the police on our side, because they are the ones who would come knocking on the door. You see, they're doing the work of these elites. They're doing the work of these people who want to enslave us and take away our natural rights. So instead of hating the police, we have to make them our friends and explain to them about that unlawful conversion that took place with the birth certificate, because it happened to all of us. And they need to know this, and many of them do not know. They are not aware. So we need to educate them, and you need to pass the word on. And if you know of any police officers, friends, family members, you need to talk to them. You need to do research, and you need to explain this to them. Now, as far as this happening in the US, I don't know, because again, we are so afraid of the police officers. And when we are approached by them, we immediately become agitated and angry. And that is the opposite of what you should do. Okay? Because they have the guns and they have the authority. The thing is, not really. They don't really have the authority. This authority is vested in us. They are working for us. They are servants of us. So they are supposed to be taking orders from us, not the other way around. But this is not the way we were taught. You see? So I think it's very important to understand an unlawful conversion took place with our birth certificates. They have turned us into corporations, right? What they call the straw man. We are operating under the law of the sea. We don't live in the sea. We don't live on ships. We live on the land. And this is why the gentleman in the video said that I'm not under your jurisdiction. So I feel that this is our only hope right now. We have to apply common law in order to save ourselves from what they're planning to do. And if we all do this, I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Somebody said to me, I want to see this happen in America, and especially I want to see a black person assert common law. I want to see a black person assert common law in America and see what's going to happen. Do you see a scenario like this happening in America with the police? I don't know. And the British police, they don't have guns. They walk around with batons. They don't have guns. You see? In this country, they have guns. They have military-style weapons. I don't know how this is going to go down if something like this happened, if somebody decided to assert common law in a situation like that. I don't know what's going to happen. But what I know is that our rights are being threatened. We are being threatened as free-born men and women. And we need to start thinking differently. You know, these people, they sit in their palaces, they sit in their ivory towers, they sit in their mansions, and they send these people to do their dirty work, right? Without these police officers, they would not be able to control us and have us like slaves and telling us where we can go, what we could do, wearing a mask, whatever. If the police come to our side, it would be over for them. So this is my point. You know, don't start getting on my case like, what are you talking about? Think about it. Think about it. If they're the ones who are trespassing unlawfully on our rights as free-born men and women, they're the ones who are sent to do this trespass. So if we can get them on our side, if we can educate them, then all of this is going to fall apart. All of this is going to fall apart. That's just a fact. That's all I'm going to say for now regarding that topic. I'm going to be switching gears soon, going back to my cooking, but I'm going to be doing these videos regarding what's going on all over the world. I know some people have said to me that I should shut up and go back to cooking, but I want these people to know that I do cooking, but cooking is not who I am. I'm not defined by that. I love to cook. I think I'm a great cook, but it doesn't define me. And I think it's important to talk about what's going on in the world right now. It affects all of us, all 7+ billion of us. And I feel that my sovereignty, my rights, my natural rights as a free-born woman, I think it's under attack, being threatened, and yours as well. All of us. See what's going on in the world. Our natural rights, our sovereignty is under attack. Please open up your eyes. I do have a right to be concerned. As a free-born woman, I see what's going on and I have to be concerned. I'm not a one-dimensional person. So when people say, go back to cooking, these are the sheep. These are the people who actually believe that all of this that is going on in the world is about a virus. The people who say, go back to what you've been doing, cooking, these are the sheep. These are the idiots. These are the people who are going to sell us up the river. These are the people who are going to rat on us and say, this neighbor over there, she doesn't wear a mask. These are the people who are totally ignorant. These are the people who are totally uninformed, totally uneducated, don't understand how the world works and wouldn't find out. These are the kind of people who tell me to go back to what I'm doing. I stopped what I was doing and started doing these videos because I feel that my sovereignty, that my natural rights are being threatened. And you should feel the same way too, because it's true. Look around. How could this be about a virus? This is not about a virus. This is about the Great Reset. This is about the New World Order that they've been planning for years, and they have finally pulled the trigger. This has been planned. This has been in the works for years. So if you think, oh, this is going to go away when I get the vaccine and everything is just going to be fine again, you better think again, because that's not going to happen. Wake up. Get strong, protect yourself, get educated, and be ready. Be ready to fight. Be ready to say, I do not consent. Be ready. As far as this election and the fact that everything is now in limbo, we don't know what's going to happen, I am thinking that this is a psyop. And maybe Trump is in on it. I mean, I predicted that he was going to win. And based on what we know about election theft, if he is the one that they're claiming lost the election, I would say that it was stolen from him, right? That's just logical, right? But I did mention in my previous videos about the study that they did at Harvard in 2006 that the American system is the worst when it comes to elections, right? That they don't even bother to monitor it, the Carter Center. They go all over the world monitoring elections, but they refuse to do it here because they cannot monitor it. It's so bad. And I guess the reason why they cannot do that is because of the machines. How do you monitor machines that are programmed that can be tampered with remotely? I saw a patent for election machines that can be programmed remotely, right? You know what remotely is, right? So you can be voting in New York City and somebody in Canada can switch your vote. Think about that. I just want to reiterate that I think that this is a psyop. I think Trump might be in on it. This is just to create more stress, more anxiety, more fear in the American people. They are priming us for something that is coming down the line. And you need to be prepared. You need to store food. You need to store water. You need to get strong. You need to exercise every day. You need to eat a certain way, to be strong, to be healthy, to take care of yourself. Okay, so this is all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to be switching gears and doing some more cooking. I'm going to be doing a little bit of raw cooking. I bought some seeds for sprouting. I'm into sprouting now because you know that sprouted seeds and sprouted veggies are super, super nutritious. And I did talk about this before, and I did cook some dishes where I sprouted the beans, I think it was. And I explained that it is much more nutritious. It is easier on your stomach. It's easier on your digestive system because, especially with beans, it gets rid of some of the lectins. So I'm sure many of you have heard about lectins. I mean, it's considered an anti-nutritional compound. It's found in beans and grains, and a lot of people have issues with digesting. So, and this is an issue with people who are plant-based. So cooking is a great way to get rid of the lectins, and sprouting, right? Which when you sprout beans and you sprout things like fenugreek seeds, you can eat raw, right? But something like beans, when you sprout it, you have to cook it because you cannot eat beans raw. So I did this in the past, but now I'm going to get to another level where I'm going to be sprouting seeds, right? So the fenugreek seeds, the alfalfa, and I think two others, I don't remember. So this is what I'm going to be doing because we need to nourish our bodies. We need to be strong. We need to be healthy for what is coming, because I think some shit is coming. I don't know what it is, but I could feel it. Okay? And this crap that is going on with the election right now, we know that this is definitely a psyop. I mean, I don't have any proof of that, because why would you do that? I mean, they're accustomed just selecting whoever they want to select. So why are they dragging this out like that? Why are they dragging this out? So this is something we need to prepare for. I mean, Biden is saying that he's going to do a lockdown. He's talking about the vaccinations, right? Which Trump also talked about Operation Warp Speed and having the military deliver vaccinations. So that is scary. So I don't understand why his supporters, they don't talk about that. You know, the thing is, Trump is he's elusive. He's a wild card. And I think the powers that be, the people who select US presidents, I think they don't trust him. They selected him 4 years ago for specific reasons to further dumb down the population, to let us think that he's going to actually do something. And now when they realize that he's a wild card, that he's like a runaway train, they don't trust him. So they want Biden in there. Because Biden is more controllable. He's more, they're able to manipulate him much more, I think, because of his situation. I mean, it's obvious that he's losing his mind. And then that whole situation with his son. So we have to be prepared. And I don't know if you heard about the trucker strike that is coming up at the end of November. The trucks who bring your food to the supermarket, they are talking about going on a strike. So this is why they're asking the population to start storing food and water. We take so much for granted. We go to the supermarket, we get whatever we want, when we want. We don't understand. We're the end consumer. Where did this come from? Where did it start? How did the supply chain start? Where did it start? Where is my food coming from? Right? Most of us don't grow our own food. We get food from a supermarket. Foods don't originate in the supermarket. They originate on the ground, in the mud, on the land. Well, nowadays a lot of food originate in the lab, but that's another story. But please save water, stocking up on water, stocking up on food. They're talking about a dark winter, right? Whatever that means. If you live in North America, Canada, you have to prepare for the winter. And right now there is nowhere to run. There's nowhere to go because they're locking down all over the world again. So what are we supposed to do? We just have to sit tight. Don't live in fear. Be healthy and strong. So if something happens, you'll be able to protect yourself. And I'm sure many of you are doing various things to protect yourself and your family. This is what you have to do. So the next video that I do is going to be a cooking video. Take care of yourselves. Don't live in fear. Drink your lemon water. Exercise every day. Stretch and exercise. It might make the difference if the shit hits the fan. Being strong and flexible, it could make the difference.